Hello everyone, Peg here. It's time to do another journal page. And for Monday, the challenge that Shell, Sherry, Elizabeth, and I, Lizzie, have chosen is fairies. Now, if you want to play along with us, please do. I'd love to see what you're doing. Yesterday, I sat and sketched a few fairies, and I thought, well, this is a 15-minute page. There's no way I'm going to get detailed and paint all of this in 15 minutes. So I kind of revised what I was going to do. I have some pages in the back of my journal that are, where it doesn't want to lay flat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this piece that I can glue in to one of those pages later. And I decided that for my fairy, I had this adorable picture of my granddaughter when she was about 2 years old. And I thought, oh, I have my own little fairy. Look at her. So I've added her wings, and I'll put some bling or flowers or something up here for her little crown. And then I thought, well, what do we want to say about fairies? And so I came up with this little card, and it says, "Garden fairies come at dawn, bless the flowers, then are gone." So this is a little quote from somebody unknown I just thought was kind of cute. So I've got this paper. This is some Prima paper. It's got some stuff on it already. And I have a bunch of stamps and things. I go to these estate sales and garage sales and all that kind of stuff. And I pick up stuff like this. Well, a lot of these things I've never stamped before. And I'm thinking, I should do something and use some of these and see how I like them, what I want to keep, what I don't, because, I think there's some pretty cool stamps here, and I've just never taken them out of busting them out. So, that said, that's what I'm going to do. I have some pit pins here. I've got some archival inks here. I have some Collage Page, and I also have some bloom spray. So that's the direction I'm headed with this morning, and we'll see where it goes in a 15-minute session. So let me get my timer set and check and make sure that I'm filming, because yesterday I thought I'd push the button and nothing was there, so then I had to go back, and I gave you guys a really flimsy excuse for a video on the page, and I'm sorry about that. The other thing I'm doing today is I'm testing out some equipment. Some of you say that you're having some difficulty hearing, and I just want to make sure that you're able to hear what I'm saying. I realize now, I know I'm like this. I talk to myself. When I craft, I talk to myself. So I may think I'm talking to you, but really I'm getting quiet and just doing that inner voice and in the zone. So if I get quiet, that's where I am, guys. I'm off in my zone, and I'm not trying to ignore you or anything, but that's what happens. So if you like the sound and if things are better today, let me know. If they're not better, let me know, because I'm trying different things out, and I want to make sure that, if I'm putting something out here for you guys, that it works for you. Okay, enough of that. I've got my 15 minutes on the timer, and here we go. Starting now. First thing I want to do on here is I want to put some of these, this is a gold foil, and I've got a worn leather and a tea stain. And I think, let's try the worn leather and tea stain first. Oh, you know what I should do? I think I have a mask. Or not. Alright, we're not going to use the mask because I don't know where I put it. But oh my, look at the shimmer on that. Yummo. Okay, let's do a little worn leather. Ooh, that's really dark. Oh, that's really dark. Alright, just a hint up there. And I'm going to get my paper and see if I can get some of that. Maybe it'll lighten up a little bit when it's dry, but guys, look at the shimmer and shine on that. Ah, love bloom spray. Okay, so we're going to dry it. But at least dry it a little bit. You know, it's really not that wet, but if I'm going to stamp on it, I want a fairly dry surface. Good enough. Okay, so let's see. What do I have? Oh, this looks like a daisy, so whoops. I'll grab some colors here. This is a cadmium yellow. And I'm not being real careful about this. I'm just laying some color on here because it acts kind of like a watercolor when you do this. Oh, just broke that. Okay, and let's get some little bit of highlight. Something in the center here. And a little green stem. And when I stamp stuff like this, a lot of times I like to come back with a brush marker or something and do a little squiggle outline and things on there later. It's not really necessary, but I just think it adds something. So, all right, that should be good enough. Just going to give it a little breath of life here. And we're going to stamp this into our garden for our garden fairy. Oh, look. Isn't that cute? Yeah, I like that. Let's see if I got any more in here. Sometimes there's enough color left on. No, not for that one. All right. What have we got here? Those look like tulips. Oh, this looks like an interesting bunch of flowers. Let's do this in that orange. It really kind of looks like an allium or something like that, but you know, this is kind of imaginary. We got imaginary creatures with the fairies. I want to say pixies, but it's fairies we're doing today. And so let's just go for it. Let's just keep it imaginary. It doesn't have to be realistic flower colors at all. It's just got that watercolory look to it. But, you know, if you're drawing things, unless you're doing just a basic outline or something, I don't know how you ever get anything done in 15 minutes, but some people do it. I mean, just not me. I'm slow. I'm really slow. Okay, it's wet. Breathe on it. Let's see where we want to go with this. Let's go right in close to that. Oh yeah. Look at that, guys. Isn't that cute? I'm liking these. I think I did good picking these up. Okay, now got a little short one. A little shorty. And let's make him do a little pink. I'll put a little yellow on it, which will bring it back towards that orangey, so it doesn't look out of place. And then we'll get a stem on here. And put that right down here at the bottom. See that? Don't know that there's more in here, but we'll try. Nope. All right, just do it again. And that was pretty heavy-handed, so I know I don't need quite so much ink on that one. Go back with the yellow, bring it back towards the orange. A little bit of green. Maybe a little up there too. And I'm just gonna add this right in here. Okay. No, not there. All right, what else do we have? We have that little flower, which would be great. Ooh, what's this one? This is a nice long one. I'm gonna need a bigger block for that. All right, let's go with the orange. Oh, that one doesn't want to stick. Gonna have to put some glue on that. You guys know about two-way glue? It's great stuff. It dries and gets tacky, like this Tombow mono adhesive, and you can put it on the back of these and revive these stamps that have, no longer given adhesion here. So a little bit right on the tip. Okay, so this is not going to stay on there. I can tell you that much right now. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to come in here and do it with my hands, because there's no tack left on that. Oh yeah, cute. Isn't that cute? Okay. And I'm thinking what I might do is when I put the card on here, what I might do is cut around the tops of the flowers and slide that underneath. We'll see. We'll see what I get. I think I want one of these over here too, because he's kind of a cool little guy. So, but that bloom spray underneath these just really gives it almost like pixie dust. It's fairy dust, pixie dust, whatever you want to call it, but it's got that shimmer and shine. Okay, I'm not going to go all the way down the stem because it's going to come up out of these as if it's growing in the background of these flowers. Okay, see that? Okay. And another one for good measure. Threes, we like threes. Okay. Oops. Almost had a disaster. Let's see, we'll come over this way. Yeah. Although I should take that stem. Don't want the dark one, I want the light one. I have a couple different colors of green out here. I'm going to take the stem and I want to go in here with that. So we've got a couple more stems in the background. And flying pigs. Yeah. Like I said, you get an assortment when you do this, but it's kind of cool because you come up with lots of things. You don't even know what you got. What does that look? Oh, like that. That's kind of like coral bells. When I was a kid, we used to sing about coral bells. White coral bells on a slender stalk. Lily of the valley, take my garden walk. Oh, don't you wish that you could hear them ring? That will happen only when the fairies sing. That's what I should have had on my page. What was I thinking? Oh well. Next page. It's always another page, right? Or I could write it in the background here. You know, I'm not committed to that. I don't have to do that. That's the beauty. When you're creating, you can just keep coming up with your own ideas here. Oh, I hope this turns out because I really like this stamp. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Isn't that darling? Okay. Gotta get some more of that. And the light. This is what do they call this? They're calling this light flesh. Well, okay, my flowers have flesh. I wish they wouldn't call things flesh because flesh tones are all kinds of colors. So, but maybe they'll get with the program eventually. I don't know. Okay. Get one of these. If I can straighten that out any. Get one of these going up in here. I love the way those little bells dangle. See them? See little dangly bells? And then I'll do a little outline or something on there later. All right, got to get another stamp. We're going to run out of time. I don't know where we are with that. Let's take a look and see. Oh, 1 minute 42. All right. So, what have we not done? You know, some butterflies in the background of this would be pretty cool too. But, I wonder, here, let's do, just adding a little something for texture in there. And yeah, you know, I think I could still get my little fairy in here. Just put her down here among the flowers. And I will write, which kind is this? Yes. Okay, so that was a very rude and abrupt exit. Obviously cannot spell while I'm talking to you guys and writing, so I had to turn it off and just go ahead and finish the page up. It's the white coral bells on slender stalks, lilies of the valley, take my garden walk. Oh, don't you wish that you could hear them ring? That will happen only when the fairies sing. And here's my little fairy, and here's my pretty garden. And guess what I found afterwards is this mask. I thought that would have been kind of cool on that page too. Didn't get it on there. Might put it on the other side. But you can see that this is the very tail end of this journal. and that's why I didn't want to try to work on it. It's the very last page in the book. I'm thinking I may end up using this other quote that I had done earlier over here on this page, and I've still got these. This is that first little fairy and more of a pixie type guy that I was drawing. I might end up painting those and maybe putting one of those over here on this other side, but then it would complement each other and I'd have a complete across the board layout there. I thought about putting some of these micro beads on there, but they were just a little too purple. So what I went with is I got some of this Viva pearl pen in a cream, and I just daubed it on, and it's dry already, guys. It only takes a couple of minutes for that stuff to set up. And so who knew? I'll know now. But that's it for my fairies, and I hope you had an opportunity to do a little art yourself today. See you again soon. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Be sure and watch the others that are doing this also. Remember, Lizzie and Sherry and Shell and I are 4. Yeah, Lizzie, Shell, Sherry, and I are the 4 doing this. And up in the corner up there, I'll put one of those little eye symbols, and that'll link to the list of videos that we have available. And you can go out and watch them all if you want to. All right, have a great day. Bye.